And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Curry outside. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013. Steph Curry only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
The drive by KD.
Super long. KD's arms stretched for days, helping him slam it on the bounce.
Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by George.
And when you look at what he's doing now, it's hard to believe that Seth was ever kept off an NBA roster.
He's made quite the career for himself as one of the league's great three-point shooters and just an efficient scorer from all 3 levels.
That one falls.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
They get it back. KD's shot is good. KD's got his second basket of the night.
This is the length that Durant provides on the offensive boards. Love whenever he puts it to use like this.
Here's George. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
And Simmons slams it in.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Durant with a wide open look.
Kevin Durant.
The long distance 3 is buried. Durant's got 7.
Brooklyn.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
The regular season just getting started. What's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
But let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. Things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
Out to KD. All alone. Rebound by the Clippers.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Zubac. Morris trying to free himself up. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go. KD on the wing. Outside Curry. KD draws the double. He doesn't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical. And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon. Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
George looking around. And it's George. Finishing it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Morris. Oh, that's blocked. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside for Curry. To the middle. Here's KD. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Seth Curry.
And that's now 9 points for KD. Here's George. 10 points for him. Morris outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Your Clippers, 23. The Nets, 13.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second.
Time to get excited.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers. Nets trailed by 10.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
To Powell. The shot by George, wide open. And another three for the Clippers.
And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Pass to Sumner. Harris looking it over. 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. They get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
How did you react, Richard, to the changes in rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
And instead of tricking your way to the free throw line.
Yeah, because they were using that it's not a foul, it's what they call. And let's turn what they call into actual fouls. So the referees cleaned it up perfectly.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Wall. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
To the inside. Batum with the steal.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one goes.
At the line for your Clippers.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. They go to the finals Stars is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Outside for Thomas.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Harris outside. Simmons with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And that one drops. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Here's Batum. Coffee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Brooklyn.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. So both teams making some changes here. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Simmons. Outside for Thomas. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
How many guys his size can pull up off the dribble and move like that? Durant is the real unicorn.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Clippers leading by 3. It's Jackson with the drive, and he converts the layup. Jackson's got 5.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Next foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
First personal foul.
He's off on the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Next foul.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons.
Second personal foul.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for your
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Durant for 3. They grab their own miss. Claxton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
2 shots.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
No good on the second free throw. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul.
Personal foul.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Both shots good from the stripe. The deep three from Durant. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
The end of the first.
So that'll be
With a score. Your Clippers 41.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nets trailed by 5.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Up top, Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Morris throws it down.
That's the efficiency we want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. And I think it's a conversation.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And George with the stuff.
And this is one of those nights where George came in aggressive and stayed that way. He's been incredible.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Durant, no good.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
And here's George. He's got 18. 6 on the shot clock. In transition, here come the Nets. KD's got the ball. Curry can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Morris, left side. Hands the 12-footer. That's 7 points for Marcus Morris. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time was when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
For 3, Harris. On the wing, Harris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3-point basket.
Harris has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. Right wing. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. The kick out to Wall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside. Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Back to Wall. Pass to Powell. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 8. Here's Harris. And the layup is good. Harris has got 13.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Wall. It's stolen by Edwards. Over to the wing. Here's Mills. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Over in the corner, Batum fires from deep. Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
An all-around player, one of Batum's roles is to make the defense pay when they leave someone open.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end.
55, the Nets, 49.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers leading by 6. Powell down low. And the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer is right on target. Morris has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Claxton no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. It's Covington on the wing. Going inside. And the dunk by Covington.
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team.
And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And that one goes long. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Stolen by George. 17-foot shot on the way. Pass to Zubac. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And there's the call on Curry. And that'll be his third foul so far. They double him with Simmons. And stolen by Simmons.
And thought that pass was going to his lead. No, all of a sudden he was going the other way with the basketball.
The 3 from KD. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
And that one, good. 12 points for Marcus Morris.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making six figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Mills can't hit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Wide open look here for Zubac. Off target from three-point range. Back to Mills. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Here's Zubac. Morris with the rebound. And Brooklyn has possession. Trailing by 19. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac with it. Tipped away. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 21.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Why we R-A-C-E, no cool, take off, cause I know these ain't gon' hand that new suit, yeah, big boss, I'm knowing I ain't hearing out a young fan, double back twice in a row.